right, great. So, hello and welcome to Mr. Paprocki, who is running for Alderman of the 3rd Ward in the April 6, 2021 consolidated election. Thank you for participating in this candidate interview.
Thank you for having me. And Andrew, please, if you'd like, you can address me as Norb.
Okay.
Feel more comfortable.
I will be asking a variety of questions which were developed in collaboration with the Maine West Westerner student newspaper and the Pi Sigma Pi Social Science Honor Society. You will have 2 minutes to share your answer for each one of the questions. Once 2 minutes is passed, I ask you only take a few seconds to finish your thoughts. So starting with the first question, setting the timer. So if you had 2 minutes to address the people of Des Plaines, what would you say?
I would say hello, good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Norbert Paprocki. I go by Norb. I have lived in Des Plaines for over 55 years and have been at my current address for about 35 years. I went to Terrace School, Algonquin, and Maine West. I'm a machinist welder by trade, but have spent most of my business career as middle management, managing fabrication facilities. I've been involved in the politics and issues of Des Plaines for probably over 20 years, going to our 3rd Ward meetings and our City Council meetings periodically over the last 20 years. I like to be able to pay forward some of what I've been doing with our City Council. I would like to represent the opinions and views of the 3rd Ward people and put forward their views and ideas to help improve our homes and living in Des Plaines. I think Des Plaines is positioned very centrally located with the trains and airports and expressways. And I think we have a great opportunity to move the city forward and continue directions of the current City Council that has been in the last couple of years. I guess I didn't use up to 2 minutes.
That's completely fine. Thank you for your reply. So on to question 2. How do you plan on managing the spread of COVID-19 in our community? What are your priorities?
Well, I have several priorities. I believe in social distancing and masks and personal responsibilities. We have to work together in this crisis to move it forward. This is a new reality for us, and it's probably going to be around for a couple of years. We have to be realistic in our rules and to allow some sense of normalcy in our planning, and we have to follow the science. But in the same case, we have to understand the needs of the people, the small businesses and Des Plaines. We have to try to create as much normalcy as possible for businesses, workers, and the kids in school. I mean, this is a great time for them, and there's opportunities there, so we have to get them back to school and living their lives as high school kids or junior high kids should do, and the people who work, restaurants and service companies. So we have to help as a government to streamline rules, be adaptive and creative in new ways of doing this, and allowing people to get back to normalcy. If we get small businesses back to work, which let's put people back to work, which allows everybody to pay their bills, that will help everything move forward. If we can start generating a positive attitude going forward here into the spring, I think it'll help us to move forward. So Des Plaines has to help come up with ways to let people know that they can get inoculated. We have to come up with rules for restaurants and service companies so they can open and bring their employees back to work.
Great. Thank you for your reply. Question 3. How do you plan on how do you plan to improve infrastructure, keeping in mind issues such as flooding, rundown areas, sustainability, and climate change?
Well, on Des Plaines, we have a process we've been going through over the last 15 to 20 years where we've been upgrading the sewer systems, our infrastructure, water, so on and so forth. I would like to continue with that plan and those projects to continue fixing the infrastructure, Des Plaines, and the sewer system because to move forward, the systems are very old, but I believe it needs to be done with financial responsibilities and would hope to help continue these upgrades and move these projects forward. I'd like to see the tree planting program upgraded and more green spaces created in Des Plaines. Move the city fleet to electric or alternative fuels to help limit climate change and global warming. More electric charging stations in the city would help encourage this. Work with the staff to review and improve areas without just displacing people who are currently living in those areas. We need to find more creative ways. We have a very competent staff in the Des Plaines, and we need to work with them and encourage them to move forward in these areas to help people improve their lives in areas of Des Plaines, to improve education and to get people more involved in the day-to-day living of Des Plaines and the government of Des Plaines.
All right. Thank you for your reply. What is something you'd want to see added or changed in the downtown area to provide recreational activities or maybe promote local businesses?
I think the downtown area of Des Plaines has seen the greatest change in the last 8 years than I've seen in the past 50 years or so I've worked in Des Plaines. I think there's a great move forward to focus more on individual homes or townhomes. We have more of a direction now with the addition of these homes and the areas. Des Plaines Theater project needs to continue moving forward, which would hopefully generate a more entertainment area downtown. I know there's a project currently working on the other bank building downtown near the railroad tracks. I'd like to see that move forward. We need to work on social gathering and entertainment areas for young people downtown. I also like to see maybe some changes in the historical landmark area for downtown so we can attract more smaller businesses. The COVID-19 pandemic has rewritten the rules, and going forward, we will need to be much different than before. The areas that are more willing to adapt and respond quickly to these new changes will be more successful. I also think we should limit the changes to some of our areas to more promote, restaurant areas or entertainment areas. We need some place for young people to go to be entertained. We need social development facilities for a vast variety of ages and Des Plaines. And I think with the addition of people downtown in the close proximity to the downtown area, I think it'll promote more restaurants and entertainment area because it'll be in more walking distance for people to go to. And these are all positive things for Des Plaines. I mean, the construction and movement down there has been amazing over the last 8 years, and I really like to see it continue. Thank you.
All right, great. Great, thank you. 5. What do you plan on doing with the city's budget within your term? Are there areas of the budget that you would prioritize?
I would like us to continue to support our infrastructure, the police, fire, city services. Over the last 8 years or so, we've been more financially responsible, paying down our debt. I personally believe we should pay as we go. We shouldn't generate debt to do what we need to do. Uh, I would like to see us do more for actually senior citizens in Des Plaines. I think the city can invest more in giving them more transportation to help the seniors in the area. I would also like to support more family entertainment, do more for families downtown, and to give them more options to go downtown and to be entertainment. Maybe more street fairs or something to that level. Promote the movie theaters down in Lake Park. Um, I would like to see us move forward in that area to help people. If we can get them, draw them downtown to that area, we promote businesses, and it just will perpetuate itself.
Great, thank you. How do you plan to expand and promote education in Des Plaines, particularly like in our city's high schools?
Well, in our high school, what I'd like to see in high schools, more so, being a machinist by trade and being a tradesman, we have a very shortage of skilled help, and I would like to see more promotion into the trades, machining, uh, welding, cars, wood shop, so on, electronics. I would like to teach more the kids more on how to come out of school and live their lives than teach them, I think, more so to go on to college. I think we need to give everyone a taste of different opportunities out there and promote that. There's a lot of good jobs and good salaries to be had, especially now with technology, with 3D printing, and the way machining is done. A lot of things are done are very tech savvy, and I think we need to bring the younger people into these industries to help move them forward. Um, the Plains Historical Society has been doing a great job doing this, bringing that forward. So we need to work with the Historical Society, the Kinderhouse and so on. They've been working with District 62s and they have involvement. I think we need to promote that more to get that out there for the kids of the city of Des Plaines.
Thank you. Yeah. So how will you promote the involvement in local politics, especially for young people?
I think this is very important. Involvement in the young adults in government. We are seeing more, young people in election judging positions. We need to make sure that everyone knows that their vote counts and means something. Something I would like to see would be maybe having a city council meeting at the high school during the week, during the day, where kids are there, and we go to the kids to help them promote being involved in city council. Letting them know the agenda or working with the school, the papers, or the societies in the high schools to know what they're going to want to talk to, and actually bring the city council down to the high school maybe twice a year and work with them to see how the government action. We need to promote involvement in this. We're having more involvement, but we need more involvement in a consistent level with younger people so they understand they count and they're needed to do this. I think this generation of kids with the social network and the young adults are going to get more and more involved. So we need to go to them to make sure they understand we're serious about listening to their ideas and to help promote them. We have to listen to what they need and try to promote that so we can move forward with some of the planning of the city.
Great, thank you. So, if elected, how do you plan to build an equitable relationship with the community and the schools in our city, like while making your presence known?
I again, we need to reach out to people of the third ward, to the people of the third ward. School parent organizations are great places for the aldermen to go and to talk to them and listen to them. Try to get yourself invited there. Need to let them know that if I'm elected, I'm representing them. I'm putting their ideas forward, or a combination of their ideas for the ward and for the city. So I need to get out to the schools. I need to get out to the parents' organizations to hear what they have to say to me, because I'm here to represent them, not to put Norb's agenda necessarily forward. It's here to put the third ward's agenda or their needs forward. So I need to communicate with them on all levels and try to use existing organizations in the schools, for seniors and so on. Go out and talk to them and hear them and what they'd like to see in the city. That would be my idea for moving forward with communicating with the city and the social organizations in Des Plaines.
Thank you for your reply. What specific means of communication will you use in order to regularly communicate with constituents? Will there be like newsletters sent out, a dedicated Facebook page, regular ward meetings?
The third ward, I've been involved in third ward meetings going back a long time. I don't know if Laura Murphy is the alderman who started this or whatever, but I've been going to third ward meetings since Laura Murphy, Matt Bogus, and Denise Rod. I like to continue those. I'd like to work with Denise Rod. She has some excellent platforms. She has a newsletter. She has monthly or bi-monthly meetings. They are now. When we get back to more of a social normalcy, I'd like to continue those meetings. We meet at Prairie Lakes right now, and she has a normal turnout. I like to continue that and hope to expand that. Like Facebook pages and so on. We need to get out and communicate. I need to hear what people are saying and what they want, so I know what to move forward in the city of Des Plaines. So if I would get elected, I would hope to work with Denise Rod to transfer her existing communication infrastructure to my office or my people, so we can continue to communicate with the ward as needed. I can get information out to them, and they can get information back to myself.
Thank you for your reply. Let's say you get elected. When your term is up, how do you envision you have helped better Des Plaines?
Wow. Well, after I've served, I hope that I've helped the city and the third ward move forward and make Des Plaines, continue to make Des Plaines a great place to live. I hope to promote teamwork, compromise in the city council, and harmony. I think the best way to move forward is as a team and to compromise and listen to people, not talk at people. You really need to hear what people are saying, and compromise and work together to generate the positive. I like to support the Des Plaines staff in a positive way. I think Des Plaines has a real good staff that are very hardworking and are working for the best interests of the people of Des Plaines. And I believe the best decisions come from a positive group decision. I think if everybody works together and you can get everybody on board, which not always can happen, but that's what you strive for. I would like to think of us as a team to move forward, not just as a third ward, but as the city of Des Plaines.
All right, thank you for your reply. Is there anything else you would like voters to know?
I just would like to let everybody know, as alderman, I will be here to listen to their ideas and put forth their ideas, help people in the ward and support them in helping improve lives and the living conditions in Des Plaines. We have a great town that's positioned very well in the area, and I think it's moving forward, and I think I like to continue to do that. And I like them to know that's my goal. I'm a longtime resident of Des Plaines, and I would like to continue to improve the direction the city is moving in, and help to improve it and make it better in the next 4 to 8 years, whatever if I am so fortunate to be elected, um, to serve the people of the Third Ward in Des Plaines. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Those are all the questions we have for you. And thank you for taking your time out of your day for agreeing to this interview.
Well, I appreciate you guys getting involved and doing this. This is a great opportunity for me, and again, it looks forward to younger people getting involved in the situation and educating themselves and being involved in government. I think it's great. It always has.
For sure.